Oh, don't tell me everyone's gone to bed. Oh, someone's awake. I'm not the only one. Thailand Mick's awake. How are you, Thailand Mick? I presume you're in the UK and well, it's quite late or quite early in the morning if you want right now. Oh, there are some people there. Okay. What am I doing there? Get out of there. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. All kinds of bloody buttons on there that I shouldn't be doing. Steve Johnson, how's it going, ugly? Fine, ugly. Yeah, okay, yeah. Nice to hear from you, Steve. Okay, Randy Mack, close, yeah. Metal, Mark, hello, steady Eddie, yeah, okay. Hi, Mark, hi, Metal. Thailand, Mick, you are actually in Thailand. Oh well, good for you, man. Peak season, Christmas time. I hope you're having fun. I'm sure that you are. I'd be interested to hear from you, mate, to see how really busy it is, and it is in Thailand right now. Let me just tell you, Tyler, Mick. Somebody did suggest to me recently, how about doing a vlog to tell people how expensive it is to go on holiday in Thailand, in Pattaya, perhaps, during Christmas time. Well, that's actually unknown territory for me because I've always shied away from Thailand around Christmas time. I don't celebrate Christmas, and I don't want to be paying much more, for something that's no better than getting January. But it is an interesting idea that to actually do a vlog, because obviously, if someone's going to go on holiday for a couple of weeks in Thailand, Pattaya, around Christmas time, it's going to be very, very expensive, and I really think that is something that people would perhaps want to know about. Come on, chat, come back to me. Oh, it's bloody frustrating, this thing. There we go. Someone's in Angeles City, yeah. Max, good for you. Max, Richard Rich. And Junior Vlogs and Journeys. Steve Johnson, where am I, buddy? I am in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I won't mention politics except to say that we have Coco the Clown as Prime Minister. No, I'm not going to mention politics. I'm not going to get into that. Okay. Thailand, Mick, you lived there. Good for you, mate. Good for you, mate. Keep in touch. It's really, really good to hear from you. Always good to hear from you. Okay. Hello from Adelaide, Australia now, yeah? Yeah, Richard Rich, had any out-of-date chickens lately? I did have one of them quite recently. I bought it from the co-op, and there's a certain co-op where I lived, and some of them are really good. But one of them, you always have to check those chickens. That date is misleading. Yeah, I did have an out-of-date chicken. Twitch, hello from sunny California. Great Twitch. Sunny California. I never knew you from there. Great to hear from you, man. There's quite a few Californians who watch this channel. That's really good to hear. You probably had a good time there. It's 1 a.m. here in England. Tell me, what time is it in California right now? That'll be interesting. Lonnie Christopher, hello, Lonnie Christopher. How are you? Right, now this is let me just explain for those here. The reason I'm doing this live stream on a spare at the moment is, well, part of the reason is because I don't think anyone else is doing a live stream right now at this moment in time. Those fellas who do live streams from exotic destinations like Pattaya and Blackpool. I don't think right now at this moment in time there's any of the live streams. So maybe, people might be interested in this one. We'll see. Lonnie Christopher from USA. What part of USA are you from, Lonnie? Be interested to know that. Yeah. Thailand, people keep saying Thailand is expensive. It's more than going to America, Japan, or many of the places in Hollywood. Yeah, I agree. I agree entirely. And let me just tell you, for those who are here, let me just tell you that I'm actually working on a couple of vlogs. I was hoping possibly to get a video out tonight about costs in Pattaya, but I ended up waffling on a bit long, and uh, I couldn't wait, waffle on for that long. But there will be a couple of videos coming this week before Christmas, which deal with the subject of going to Thailand. For maybe a couple of weeks holiday. It's going to be there. Okay. Ochlachio. Yeah, cheers, mate. I think I pronounced. Yeah. Lonnie Christopher's from Nebraska. No, Nebraska. That sounds great. That sounds really, really terrific. That sounds terrific. One of those, famous American names. Good for you, mate. I hope you're doing okay today. It's probably Sunday afternoon, or is it Sunday tea time where you are in America? Do I remember the Barbie bar on Soy Chiapoon? Can't say that I do. I did go. Do you know something? Soy Chiapoon is not a road that I use much. I used to use massages there, but as for bars, people, were recommending to me, go to Soy Chiapoon. There's some really good bars there. Well, I went on a couple of bars that they recommended, and I won't mention names, but I wasn't really that impressed. I mean, I went there at daytime. It was not really the kind of place that I wanted to be. I thought, it wasn't really for me. There's other places anyway. I'm not going to go into detail about that. Come on, chat, come back to me. Jesus, this is frustrating. This is Ty Shanker. Hi, Eddie from San Francisco. Yeah, okay. Okay, Ty Shanker is from San Francisco. I've always heard that that's a really beautiful place. I'm going to make a big confession now. I've never actually been to the United States. Never been there. Never been there. I travel to Asian countries. I've traveled to Latin America. I've never actually been to the United States. It's just something I've never got around to. But I would love to visit there sometime. Let me tell you, if there was one reason that I'd love to visit the United States, it is because I've always been a film fan, and I was brought up on American movies. I think, if you asked anyone, probably on the planet, to name the top 10 favourite movies of all time, probably about 9 of them would come from America. And you mentioned Teddy Shanker, Eddie from San Francisco. You mentioned San Francisco. I think of those iconic movies, from Bullet with that famous car chase scene to Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry movies. Wow, I was brought up on movies like that. Really. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, let's see. No, come on. Big Jim, good to hear from you, Jim. Yeah, I'll be back in Thailand early 7 weeks from now. About early February anyway. Can't wait. Okay. Yeah, Timmy Howard, nice to hear from you. What's up, Steady Eddie? Who's that saying, what's up, Steady Eddie? Okay, come on, come back to me, this chat. I'm still using this rather primitive tablet that I bought a couple of years ago, and this is only the first time I've used it. But anyway, Andy Finbar, you've never been to America, but you've been in some states more than mate. Very, very nice comment, mate. Very, very. Oh, I've been in some states more times than I wish to remember. Jesus. I'm not in one now. I had to sleep this evening, a bit longer than I expected. Yeah, and I just had a nice dinner. So it's very late. I'm a night owl, by the way. You probably gathered that anyway. So it's really good. Really good talking this time of night. Okay. There we go. Brett Michael, cheers. Yeah. Good to hear from you. Let's see. Okay, Richard. We see you in the Queen Club LK Metro in October. You were having a good iPhone. That's a good one, that. Hey, that's a good one, the Queen. Oh, lovely ladies, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, magnificent. Lonnie Christopher, Grand Canyon, San Diego, Mammoth, Colorado River, Winchester. A few to name the site in USA. I'd love to see them. At this stage in life, in life, I'm so set in my ways now. I mean, will I ever get round to visiting America? I'd love to see it. And like I said, I did mention this earlier. The reason I'd like to see America, I was brought up on American movies. Those iconic cities of New York, San Francisco. How many movies did I watch that was set in New York, from Woody Allen movies to Death Wish, and The French Connection was set in New York. I was brought up on those movies. I'd love to see it. Really love to see it. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Capio, 41, a few years younger than I. He used to do like a bastard. Yeah. I don't drink. I actually don't drink as much as you might think. You know. Well, sometimes, well, I probably drink more than I sometimes like to admit. Yeah, I do like a drink. I do like a drink. A few beers, not when I'm in the UK because I actually work when I'm here. I don't drink in the daytime here, but you know, late night I'll have a few beers and wines and you know, as you know, Lamb's Navy rum, that sort of stuff. But when you're traveling, you do drink a lot more. The ironic thing is that when I stay in when I'm traveling in Asia, I do far more exercise there than what I do here. I walk for miles and miles and miles every day when I'm in you know Thailand or Vietnam or wherever I go. But the ironic thing is that I do put on more weight there, simply because after that long walk, you start hitting the beer. You know that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Okay, okay, where we going? Uh, big, big boys. Hi Ed, how's it going? Cheers, Glen Sydney, Merry Christmas. Okay, good to hear from you. Good to hear from you, mate. Stephen H, have you met any of the travel vloggers? The only ones that I've met, I've met Steph, and I like Steph. He's cool. I met him a couple of times in Pattaya. He's a cool guy. And I also met another. There's a fella on. There's a fella called. He does a site called Wanderlusten, and he films basically his girlfriend in the Philippines. His name's Todd, and he's a really good guy. He's American. He has a Filipino girlfriend, and he makes some great videos. And I actually met him at Scorebirds, you know, in Angeles City Pool Party. But I haven't met that many other vloggers. As you know, I'm still quite reasonably new to all of this, so you know, I just do my own thing. Let's see. Let's see now. Come on, come back to me. Come back to me. Have I ever met Jeff Carter? No, I've never met Jeff Carter. But you know something? I've never met Jeff Carter. But you know, I admit that he was actually the first YouTube, you know, Thai vlogger that I watched. I've been watching him a few years now, and I always entertain, always entertain. Nothing against Jeff Carter whatsoever. He's cool. Makes some really entertaining videos. Okay, where are we now? Yeah. Come on, chat. Come back to me. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Andy Finbar is still out in Thailand. Another 4 months before he's back to Liverpool. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Andrew Johnson, Jeff is a good guy. Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's got a great personality, and you know he's probably inspired a lot of people to do YouTube. I've seen so many of his videos. Really have. Yeah, you're right, Roy Gold. Yeah, I subscribe. Yeah, I watched that one as well. So she's a lovely girl, lovely girl. They're a really nice couple, really good couple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, whatever. So let me just say, if anyone who's just joined, there's 80 people watching now. The reason I'm you know doing this live stream at this ungodly hour, a couple of reasons. First of all, I am a bit of a night owl. I like this time of night, and also the reason I've decided to do it, sneak it in, because I've just checked on YouTube at this moment in time. None of the others are doing live streams right now at this moment in time. So you know why the hell not? Why the hell not? It's bound to be some people watching. It's not a bad time in America, or probably not in Australia either. Uh, Britain, it's you know it's a bit of a bad time. How's the chicken and chips, Ed? I didn't have that. I actually had dreadful. I just found I had sausages and roast potatoes and gravy and that sort of stuff. I think I can know that Nick. I don't know who Nick Swift is. I don't know who that is. Andrew Burnett. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Now you mentioned Cambodia, Andrew. Great country. I've had so many fun memories of Cambodia. What bothers me with Cambodia right now I was watching a most horrific video the other night about Sihanoukville or Chinookville, however you want to pronounce it. Oh my God Almighty! This video that I've seen on YouTube, that's not the Chinookville that I've known all these years. It just looks horrendous. It looks like building. I'm not going to go into the politics of casinos and Chinese casinos and all that. I'm not going to delve into the politics of that because that's got nothing to do with me. But it just looks to me that at this moment in time, Cambodia is a country without a premier beach resort. And that's an essential thing, from Phnom Penh to Sihanoukville. Well, that was a lovely journey. The two places, 5 hours away by road, complement each other perfectly. Phnom Penh, great city, great, really, really likable, raw-edged Asian city. But if you stay there too long, you get on a bus and you go down to Chinookville and you line at the beach. And some of those beach bars were great. There all these ramshackle beach bars they had there. They were different nationalities. There was Russian, there was Italian, and there were so many good people down in those bars. I went there less than 2 years ago, and I looked out the window of my hotel to see where all those ramshackle beach bars, to get a glimpse of them all, and they were all just gone. They were flattened. There was building work going on all over the place. So it's Chinookville's not the same, and if there's no real if there's no real beach resort in Chinookville anymore, then in Cambodia anymore, then it's not really the Cambodia I know and love. Let's see, what's your favourite accommodation? What's your favourite accommodation in Pattaya? I'm going to discuss that in the future. I've got a video. I've got a video coming out this week where I'm just going to discuss things like hotels in Pattaya and how much you pay for it or whatever. That's coming up, in the next couple of days, promise you. Uh, Edwin, you went to Bangkok, seeing that girl again? Weird seeing again. Magnificent, magnificent. Lovely lady, lovely, lovely lady. Oh, Jesus. Good to be alive again. Okay, Tony, okay, good evening, Eddie. Great time with a live stream. Hope you well. I'm glad you think that, Tony, because you're in Canada. Now, I know, it's an ungodly hour here in the United Kingdom, but obviously in Canada, it's probably a more sensible time. I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again. It's a pity the whole world wasn't on the same time, so make things life so much easier. But anyway, good to hear from you, Tony. Okay, who's this now? Someone mentioned it. Royco, Kampot and Kepa were visiting Cambodia. Already many expats are there. There's some great restaurants run by excellent foreign chefs. Now, I didn't actually make it to Kampot. Went through there in a bus and it looked really lively. But a couple of years ago, I did go to Kep. It might have been about 3 years ago. I went to Kep and I was very, very disappointed. I mean, there was just nothing to. I hear people saying it's nice. There was just nothing really to do there. Especially at night time, and I wasn't really very impressed with that one. But a bit of camp, that's nice. Okay, come on, chat, come back to me, please. Okay, in Canada, 8:16 p.m., 7 hours behind the United Kingdom. That's good to hear. Thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. Steve May watching from the Whittle. Okay, how are things in the Whittle? Jesus, when I was growing up, the Whittle was like an exotic destination for me. You know, I always got excited when I was getting on the ferry, going across the Mersey to Birkenhead. What a sad life I lived in those days. Okay, anyway, but nice to hear from you in the Whittle. Okay. Brad Jones, we go to Cambodia with cleanliness, they don't play. Well, yeah, well, they do have a problem with rubbish on the beach and whatever. Yeah, they do. No one's doubting that. But I must admit, the first time I visited Cambodia, I love Phnom Penh. Great place. It's like a lot of places, they're not what they once were. Jim Andrews, 8:20 a.m. in Thailand. Good for you, Jim. Hope you're having a great time out there. I know that you've done some really nice videos on Vietnam. You know, check out Jim Andrews' videos on Vietnam. He went to Hanoi, made some super, very, very lively videos. Well worth a look. Okay. Ed, what do you think of Vietnam? Is it better than the Philippines? I actually know Vietnam a lot better than I know the Philippines. They're all great countries. You know, I'm not so sure what better means, but what I will say is that in the past, and I've been going to Vietnam for many years, I've had some great adventures there. One place I've never ever been in Vietnam is Da Nang, and I hear that that's very good. But all the other major places I've been to, Saigon. I tell you what, when I first went to Saigon, arrived there. I think it was the year after I first went to Thailand. So that was probably about 17 years ago. First went to Saigon, and you arrived there at the airport, and that was one of the great wow moments of traveling because you grow up hearing about this country, obviously that terrible war that they had. I don't want to talk too much about that. And it's the kind of place you thought that you'd never ever visit. But after the hassle of getting a visa and everything, went to Saigon, and wow, it was just such a wow moment. The people were so friendly. The welcome that those people give you as soon as you step through the door of the hotel. Yeah, Vietnam, it's a marvelous country. There's so many good things about Vietnam. It's worth visiting again and again and again. As for the Philippines, I don't know the Philippines as well, but the Philippines is a great country. But it's a more complicated, then with the Philippines is that if you want to go travel around the country, it's a more complicated form of travel. You are dealing with airplanes and you're dealing with boats to get you to another boat and whatever. It's a more complicated form of travel. But yeah, I'm sure there's lots in the Philippines that is still worth seeing. Okay, Da Nang, pork pie, Da Nang, a nice modern city. Okay, well, it's got to be worth a visit then in that case. It's really, really good reports about it. And it's close to Hoi An. It's close to Hoi An, which is a beautiful, beautiful, authentic Asian town. Fantastic. Okay, Sean Lynn, such a buzz catching a taxi from the airport to Saigon. I agree. I agree. I absolutely agree. Fantastic. Remembered it well. Okay, Phnom Penh is a wild place. Very busy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. JK's. Well, yeah. That's your. Yeah. Be entitled to that opinion, of course. Oh well, Larry. Which girls are best, Pattaya or Anthony? I'd have to plumb for Pattaya simply because I know that place a lot more. Yeah, far more familiar with that place. Pattaya ladies are fantastic. They're fantastic. They always were. They still are. Pork pie. You can get a local bus from nothing from Da Nang to Hoi An. It's not that. It's not far by road because I've actually done a taxi journey from Da Nang to Hoi An. When I arrived at the airport in Da Nang and got a taxi to Hoi An. Yeah, Andrew Johnson, Phnom Penh is part of my trip in April. Good for you, Andrew. I think the weather should still be fairly good there. Obviously, that's just before those countries go into the rainy season. But Phnom Penh's a great city. It's fantastic. A lot of people are put up by the powers of rubbish. It doesn't appeal to everybody, definitely not. But it's full of character. I remember when I first went there. I'd visited many of those other countries before I visited Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and I was blown away by that city. The locals were just absolutely fantastic. They really, really were. There were so many characters that you meet from the hotels to the bars to the restaurants. I just found it's hard not to like this place. I hope you have a great time in Phnom Penh. It's a great city, really is. Still one of my favorites. Okay, where are we now? Come on, come back to me. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. Uh, Off to Anthony's next Christmas New Year. Looking forward to that. Good for you, mate. Okay, okay, let's see. Who my hotel? Tony McQuaid in August. Booked my hotel in August for February in Phnom Penh. What a deal! That sounds good. That sounds great, Tony. Good for you, man. Good for you. For February, well, really good month. Really good month to go there. Weather fantastic. Good month. Very, very good month. Okay, laddie. Yeah, cheers for that, laddie. Pretty. World traveller forever. What are your thoughts on Vietnamese women? Wow, magnificent. Some lovely Vietnamese women. Oh, there's some absolutely beautiful Vietnamese women. Oh, man. What else can I say? I mean, other than that, fantastic, and they're cool. You treat them right, and they'll treat you right as well. Okay. What's my favourite go-go bar at Pattaya? It's so good. I want to keep it a. It's so good. I want to keep it a secret. Okay, comes to be an island top in Asia. B Mac, yeah, good for you, mate. That sounds great. Richie, guys, you have been to Kinkinel, mate? I probably have. I probably have. Can't remember that one. So some of those go-go bars in LK Metro are a bit hit and miss. Queen's Club is a good one, and what's the other one? Lady Love. That's very very nice. But so I've heard anyway. No, just kidding. They are great. They're terrific. Thanks, but okay, Andrew Johnson. What was that? Thanks, Pattaya, Bangkok, and Koh Samet also in my plans. Andrew, I've recently visited all three, Bangkok, Pattaya, and Koh Samet. Now, I haven't uploaded any videos from Koh Samet yet, but after Christmas, because obviously I don't think many people are going to be watching too many YouTube videos around Christmas. After Christmas, I will upload a couple of videos of Koh Samet. It's very easy to get to from Pattaya, and the beaches are beautiful. If you simply love beautiful beaches with fantastic water that you can swim in, Koh Samet is fantastic. Yeah, it really is. I've never swam in Pattaya Beach, and I probably never will after what people have told me about it. But Koh Samet is beautiful, well worth a visit. Absolutely. Okay, where are we now? Okay, up to 117 viewers. Not many of the live streams around tonight, are there? What's happened to them all? Okay, come on, chat, come back to me. Come back to me. Where are you? Eddie, if you had to choose between Pattaya and Blackpool, which would you prefer? I'd visit. I'd prefer Pattaya every time. Blackpool, I loved visiting Blackpool when I was a kid. The thing about Blackpool, it's a great place to visit, but it's a terrible place to live in. Honestly, when you try living there, sooner or later you overdose with all the alcohol and the boozy culture and the tackiness and the Blackpool rock, and oh my god, you just want to get away from it. And as for that tower, do you know something? I went to Blackpool many times as a kid, never got round to going up to that tower, right? In Blackpool. But as an adult, when I lived there, I did actually make an excursion up to the top of Blackpool Tower. And when I got up there, do you know the first thought that entered my head? Why did they put a tower here? Because you can only see up there what you can see on the ground anyway. You go up there and you see three piers and a fairly bland landscape. Well, you can see that from the ground anyway, you know. But that's just me. Yeah, Pattaya is better. Yeah, Pattaya is better than Blackpool. Okay, okay, where are you? Okay. JK, how do you feel about Pattaya? Great for the week. Wouldn't want to live there. Oh, I'd stay there longer than a week, mate. It's a great place. Living there, I don't know. I mean, I've never tried living in Pattaya. Never tried there. But I think you'd treat, if you lived in Pattaya, you would treat the place differently. I mean, when you're on holiday there, you're going to go out probably boozing every night and doing all, the things that people do when they're in Pattaya. But if you live there, it will be different. You'd pace yourself a lot more. If you lived there, you'd be staying in an apartment where, or whatever, where you would just stay in some nights and do the ordinary thing that people do in their own home anyway. Okay. Come back to me, chat. What's 117 views? That's good. That's good. I can see 36 thumbs up here. That's good as well. Pleased with that. Okay. David May, nice to hear from you there. Yeah. David May, nice to hear from you as well, David. Nice to hear from you, mate. Andy Johnson, Crystal is so classy. Great madam too. Is that in LK Metro? It could be. I think I've heard of that one. I'll have to check it out next time. Expensive living to. Yeah, okay. 115 now. LK Met. Okay, I do LK Meta. I probably passed Crystal a lot of times. I can't remember going in there. But you know, there are some good ones and some, you know, not so good ones there. There's also some very, very good ones in Walking Street. And the Walking Street, it depends what you're drinking. The Walking Streets, or some of the little side streets off Walking Street, you know, like Soy Diamond, whatever. Some of those ones are not really that much more expensive than, you know, the LK Metro area. Okay. Yeah, Richie is rich. Yeah, good for you, mate. Thanks for that. Okay, what have we got now? There's no point going. Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. Uh, who's that? Clyde Seaside. I haven't been much to Malaysia. I did go to Malaysia once, many years ago, and it just didn't do it for me somehow. It didn't do it for me. I mean, I went to Kuala Lumpur, which is a big city. It's okay. Then I went to Penang, which I'd heard was this charming island. I don't know. It just didn't. There's some places do it for man. Listen, I wouldn't believe anyone who said that every single country that you've ever been to, or he's ever been to, is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you know, some countries disappoint you, and maybe Malaysia's a good country, but it disappointed me, and so I've never really been back there. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay. Yeah, Sean Lynch, one up Sheffield Leicester's the pound is up. Well, that's always good. That's always good news. Let's see. Side chipper. Yeah, good for you, mate. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Andy. Go-go's are expensive. They don't have to be. I mean, you know, you can in go-go bars you can drink draft beer because the signs in Walking Street or elsewhere, almost all those places have signs outside it. You want to go in there for the draft beer, there's nothing stopping you. But the girls will, you know, they'll try it on with you. But when they suss out that you just want a draft beer, you know, they're motivated by money. They'll leave it alone after that. It depends what you want, really. Let's see. No, this is not a bad time of night. I'm enjoying this. Okay, Vietnam. Okay, Steve Johnson, Vietnam, Thailand, or Philippines? Well, obviously, I know Thailand better than those other two countries, but all of those places are worth visiting. All of them, all of them are worth visiting. Well worth visiting. Let's see, who's that? Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, what have we got now? Okay, anything else to talk about? Eddie, let's tell us about your trip to Laos. You said the people are unfriendly, but what did Ben Leno? Did I say? I didn't say the people in Laos are unfriendly. I went there for about 3 weeks. It was about 10 years ago. There's some beautiful parts uh, of Laos. I mean, that slow boat through the Mekong River. That's absolutely fantastic. There's a few bland towns, and the other end of the country, you've got those beautiful 4,000 islands, which is really not really islands. They're on the river, but they're really lovely. There's an awful lot of young backpacker types in Laos as well. They're harmless enough, they're okay. They're good spirits. I'm nothing against them at all. What I did say about Laos is the actual people of Laos. They may well have been nice people, but I actually thought that they didn't have the kind of personality that you would get in the neighboring countries, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia. All of the locals in those countries, all of those people have all got tons of personality. They're unique characters. I didn't think the people of Laos they weren't unfriendly, but they simply didn't really have a great deal of personality. They were kind of forgettable. You know, I travelled all through Laos, and I can't actually remember any, any people in bars, restaurants, any of the local people. It would actually be memorable. I would actually say were memorable characters. They simply, but I'm just my opinion. Others may, just my opinion. Others may differ. I love being to, I love Vietnam. I've been 5 times in the last 2 years. Uh, I love Vietnam. I've been 5 times in the last 2 years. It's easy to know someone else that they didn't like Vietnam. You say that you love Vietnam. I love Vietnam. Marvelous, marvelous place. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's see. So you've been 5 times past 3 years. This Vietnam a turnaround now. Yeah, it's a great place. It is a good place. I had a good time in Hanoi for a couple of weeks. It was a very lazy time, but it's a charming place. Very young population, but they're very very good spirited people there, and I felt quite safe there. And it's considering Hanoi is a capital city, it's damn good value, really good value. No problem with that at all. Uh, how are you, Randall? Well, nice to hear from you, Randall. Okay. There's always that opinion from somebody. Always that opinion from some. Bob Reed, I've never been to India. Yeah, I did go to India. I did go to India. Very, very colourful place. I went to Goa, Kerala. No, began in Mumbai, then Goa, and then Kerala. Like the worst overnight bus journey ever from Mumbai to, from Mumbai to Goa. Terrible overnight bus journey. But that's probably my fault for eating too many green curries and having too many beers beforehand. So okay. Never been to Hong Kong. Never made it there. Never made it. Never made it. I'd like to. I thought when you grow up hearing about Hong Kong, you had to think of two things. My generation. You had to think all those toys that you had as a kid. Yeah, those toy soldiers, whatever. They always seem to have made in Hong Kong. Or the other thing that later you think about is kung fu movies. Whenever I think of, I always think of those old kung fu movies when I think of Hong Kong. But I'm not so sure that it's like that these days. I mean, the problem with a lot of cities, once you start throwing skyscrapers and shopping malls up all over the place, they all start looking the same. Let's see. Okay, Fuzzy. Mike is shivering, but we can. Okay, cool. Let's see. What do you think of Subic Bay? Good place. Very very rough. Very raw edged. It looks like a strong wind could blow the whole place down. But Subic Bay has got a lot of good things about it. It does have a lot of good things. I did some videos in Subic Bay. Yeah, after a rough start, it picked up and it become a really good place. Yeah, I'd recommend Subic Bay. I'd go back there again. Come on, chat. Where are you? Come back to me. Okay. So, Andrew John, South Korea. Never been to Korea. Never, I've mixed reviews. It might be good, but I've heard mixed reviews about that one. I've heard mixed reviews. To be honest with you, I mean, recently when I was in Taiwan, a lot of good things about Taiwan. The very very safe country, quite a clean country, very very well organised. A little bit bland though, but I did suffer in Taiwan, and I will do a video about this. I did suffer there. I had the dreaded food poisoning. I went into when I arrived in Kaohsiung, well, within the first hour, I had some fast food at a rough and ready place, and I had the dreaded rice, and oh my God Almighty, I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have done. I was stuck in a hotel room for about 4 days. I couldn't move, and even after that, when I went to somewhere else, it just wasn't the same. Just didn't have any energy. So a bit unfortunate, really, about Taiwan. But yes, the South Korean girls look stunning. Well, I've seen some nice Korean girls. Yeah. Okay, where are we now? Come back to me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Lenny Harry, bit late. Yeah, 1:40 at 40 a.m. Does anyone actually go to bed before midnight in this day and age? I don't know. This is a fairly ordinary time for me. I'm a bit of a night owl, but there's 124 people watching anyway. Okay, okay. Been Thailand, love it. Been Indonesia, didn't like it. Think of Philippines. What's your view on it? The view of the Philippines is that it's well worth a visit. Well worth a visit. But there's a lot to it, so you know, everywhere from Manila. My recent visits, Manila, Subic Bay, and Angeles City. They're all within a bus journey of each other. You know, a couple of hours bus journey. Very very easy if you stay in that area, and they're all well worth a visit. Let's see. Okay. Andrew, you finish work at 2 o'clock. Well, I bet you're looking forward to that, Andrew. I bet you're looking forward to that. Jesus, that's a strange time to finish work, but you know, good for you. Go home, have a nice cold beer. Let's see. What do you do? What's that? Who's that? What will you do for New Year's steady, Eddie? I don't celebrate it. I don't celebrate. I think it's, you know, I don't know. I just don't celebrate it. I mean, after the year 2000, then 2019, 2020, who cares? I mean, you know, I'm just glad that I'm alive for another year. I don't celebrate Christmas either. Okay, Tony McQuaid, what's the best night you've had in Southeast Asia in the last 5 years? Oh, in Southeast Asia, there's been so many. There's been so many good nights. It's hard to pick one. Well, whatever that night was, I was probably too drunk to remember it. Come back here. It keeps disappearing. This tablet thing that I've got, the chat keeps disappearing. Oh, it says it. Randall, okay, thank you, Randall. $2. Ed, have you seen Chuck Wow? Are you still missing? No, I don't really know how Chuck. No, not at all. I did actually like a couple of his videos when he first started making videos. I did actually like that. Some of them are really, really cinematic and well worth looking at. But then, you know, this is it with some YouTubers. You know, I don't want to talk, talk bad about other YouTubers, but the fact is they started making good videos and they end up doing live streams and live. Okay, I'm doing this late at night, but only because no one else is doing one. I'm certainly not going to make a habit of just doing live streams every day. Every day, I'm not going to do that. I was hoping to get a video out tonight, but it's gone on a bit longer than what I expected. But there will be two videos going out in the next week, by the way, parts 1 and 2, and they will deal with the costs of going to Pattaya, the various aspects of that. So they're coming up soon. So I've no ambition to simply make live streams. I'm quite happy. It's nice to do this, but the videos, the videos still come first. Okay, what was that? Okay. Andrew Johnson, yeah, it's happy to see the Thai baht rate improve. Yeah, but I don't know. We've still got another hurdle to overcome. End of January, what's happening there? Expect anything. Expect anything. Yeah. How about going to Blackpool? How about going to Blackpool for the weekend? I think another YouTuber's already done that. He's a good guy. I really like him. I really, really like him. The guy who went to Blackpool this weekend, if you follow the last season, I really like him. I think he's a real character. Yeah, Lenny Harry. Yeah, cheers for that, mate. Really appreciate that comment. Makes me feel good there. Because it's hard work. When you make videos, there can be a lot of hard work going through it. So, cheers for that comment, Lenny. Okay, Sean Lynch, thank you. There was a big street protest in Bangkok on Sunday about the mill. Oh, don't want to talk about that. No. Let's see. I'm actually drinking a bit of red wine tonight. Oh, that's actually quite nice. I've run out of Lamb's Navy rum. Christ. I can really do it a night nice. Does anyone know where I can get a nice bottle of rum this time of night at Lamb's Navy? I was in the co-op earlier doing a bit of shopping and I was glancing over at the rum, but they had Captain Morgan and I don't think it's in the same league somehow. You know, I want Lamb's Navy run. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Let's see, Sean Lynch. Sean Lynch. Yeah, Steph is very funny. But like, yeah, he just killed this guy. He's a good guy. Okay, sorry to quote. Okay, yeah. It's been, yeah. He's managed to make those live streams a good laugh anyway. Though, they've had their moments. Uh, Pajo, Eddie, what's your favourite area in Pattaya at night? My hotel bedroom. That's my favourite. No, I'm just kidding. No, I shouldn't say that. Okay, I like I like. Uh, I still like walking street. Funnily enough, I know it's very very touristy, but you know I'm a tourist there, so I like walking street. Great live bands and the thing about Pattaya, the Soiba Cow area and LK Metro is better value. But you go with that LK Metro, and you know I don't mind saying this. You know, others may disagree with this, but sometimes you walk in that LK Metro, and it seems so dark and a bit depressing. Even though there's tons of light going on there, it seems they need to brighten that place up a bit. Add a few more street lights or do something with it. It just seems very, very dark and gloomy to me. When you settle down into LK Metro, you start to enjoy the place. But when you first like, why is this place so damn dark? You go to Walking Street and there's tons of lights. It's very, very light and, you know, welcoming place, really. Jack Steve over, why do you seem to prefer Southeast Asia over Brazil? Because I can get by with the language better in Southeast Asia, and there's far more to it. But don't forget, Brazil is one country. If I could speak Portuguese and I had something going for myself, in Brazil. That is a magnificent, magnificent country. I've spent months traveling through Brazil, and it's a wonderful place. But it just seems Southeast Asia is the softer option. You never know. Maybe return to Brazil sometime. But I think I'd better learn some Portuguese beforehand. Okay. Glick, how many people speak English in Southeast Asia? In the touristy areas, quite a lot. Quite a lot. Okay. Okay. Nice bottle of red wine here. Don't be alarmed. It's not the expensive. It's not a. It's a cheap and nasty one out of the co-op. It cost me about £6. This nice red wine. It's the cheap stuff. It's not Chateau de la 50 quid a bottle or whatever the hell they call it. Jesus, the way I drink it, if I started drinking 50 quid bottles of wine, I'd probably go bankrupt before long. Let's see. Yeah. It's something that lads. A couple of vlogs have got coming up. I want to talk a little bit about the cost of visiting Pattaya. A guy back here was telling me a while back. He said, "Well, Pattaya's becoming expensive." I said, "Why do you think it's becoming expensive?" He says, "Everything's expensive." I mean, and he quoted one of the things that he mentioned. He said, "When I have my evening meal, I like a nice bottle of wine with it." And when I was buying a bottle of wine to go at my evening meal, the cheapest I could get was 50 quid a bottle. Uh, the bottle of red wine. Well, can I ask you? I mean, when you're having your evening meal, do you settle for? I mean, do you have to have a 50 UK pounds? It's about 70 US dollars. Do you have to have a bottle of wine that costs that much? Otherwise, you don't enjoy your meal. I mean, this guy does. This guy does. You can. Pattaya is as expensive as you want it to be. If you have expensive tastes, then it's going to be expensive. I'd like to drink 50 quid bottles of red wine. But like I say, I mean, like the way I wash it down, Jesus, blow through a small fortune. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's been a lot. Randall Oxford, do you like to travel with other buddies or just alone? For quite a while, I did travel with another good friend of mine who I've known for many, many years. We've been to Cambodia together a few times, Vietnam together. We were in Krakow together a few months back. You must understand, though, I have no commitments. Not everyone can travel the way that I can. Some people, simply can't travel for months on end each year. So, I have to plan things alone, really. Let's see. Uh, at the new Del Boy, I would take that as a compliment. Okay. What's the best local? Wine is cheap in Burma. That's good to know. That's good to know. It's also reasonably good value in Cambodia as well. Thailand, to get a decent wine in Thailand, you will pay a bit of money. But, I don't know. I think if it was that expensive, I'd probably drink whiskey instead. Sang some whiskey. That's cheap and it's good value and it's tasty. By the way, somebody mentioned this to me today about bottles of spirits in various countries, and somebody did mention about whiskey. I once bought a bottle of Vietnamese whiskey I actually bought it from a market stall in Vietnam a few years ago, and Jesus, oh my God, it gave me a severe stomach ache. If you're going to buy bottles of Sangsum in Thailand, it's probably well established now. It's fairly safe and all that, but be careful when you're buying other brands of other brands of whiskies in various countries because they're not necessarily what they should be. Like I said, I had a terrible stomach ache after drinking that bottle of Vietnamese whiskey. Wouldn't recommend it. Somebody called Bay. Nice to hear from you, Bay. Okay. Tony McQuaid. That's good travelling along because the fact is, no one's going to turn around to you at the last minute and say to you, "Look, mate, you're at that trip that we had planned together. Well, I can't make it now, but I'll tell you what, we'll go next year." Jesus, those change of plan people, they get on me nerves. They do. No, you've got to be reliable. Don't wait for anybody. Lenny Hardy heard some bad things about Southeast Asia spirits. Yeah, you be careful. I will not buy spirits when I'm in a bar or whatever. If I'm in a bar in Thailand or any of those countries, I'll buy beer and I may buy wine. I've tasted some nice wines in Cambodia, funnily enough. But as for spirits, off the shelf in bars, I won't entertain because you just never know. I don't know if I really don't know the safe. I just wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them. Like I say, I got sick from a bottle of Vietnamese whiskey, so I wouldn't trust. I'd leave the spirits alone, personally, unless you really, really know. Sangsum is okay in Thailand because it's well established, but I wouldn't really trust anything else. Let's see. Andy Finlay. Andy Finlay just had a Sangsum coffee. Yeah, could be a long day. Good for you, mate. And he's in Thailand as well. I'm sure you're having a great time, Andy. Always good to hear from you, mate. I've met Andy. I met Andy in a bar in Bangkok. Cool guy. He's from the same city as where I come from. Come on, come back, chat. Where's it gone? It's disappeared my screen again. This isn't a bad wine. £6 out of the cover. It's all right. True. Somebody just said that his buddy drank too much Thai whiskey and started losing his vision. Yeah, that's good to know about the spirit. It's only quick. Good to know about the spirit. It's glad that I love beer. Absolutely. I am. I'm an omnivorous drinker. Anything can happen. I drink rum, whiskey, wine, Guinness, various other real ales that you can get in the UK, beer, drink all kinds of things, which is probably not the healthiest thing to do. But like I say, the one thing I would leave the spirits alone. When you're in bars in those countries, I wouldn't touch the spirit. I know a lot of people do, but I wouldn't personally. Fuzzy says he drinks vodka all the time in Thailand, never had any problems. fine. I'm not a. That's one thing that I've never ever got a taste for. Never really got a taste for that. Okay, where are we now? Yeah. Andrew Burnett, your favourite Southeast Asia beer? It's hard to say that really. It's hard to say that really. I'm not so sure because when I'm in Thailand, I don't drink Heineken. I'm not so sure whether, whether that's brewed in Holland or whether they brew it over there, but it's reasonably priced. It's reasonably priced. Heineken still, the stuff that I prefer over there. I wasn't sure about the local beers. I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, on a blazing hot day, an icy cold beer, you sometimes forget how it tastes like. Andrew Johnson, ready to go home. Good to see you, Eddie. You're good, and good to hear from you as well. Well, you've gone out, you've done a good night's work anyway, so you deserve to go home and have a nice beer. Cheers. Tony McQuaid, as long as the beer is good. Fuzzy, someone said Bale Lau is good. I've tasted Bale Lau. Can't remember it too much. Can't remember it too much. They're all pretty similar, really. Uh, okay, whatever. Side Chip, Ed, what did you think of the pool party in Angeles City? Bloody good. Bloody well worth it. If you're in Angeles City, go to that pool party. I've done a couple of videos on the pool party. Well, it was actually the one video, but I've done parts 1 and 2, and they seem to go down well enough. It's some lovely ladies there. I seem to recall that the admission price is, I think it was £10, and I can't remember the Vietnamese currency, but I think it's about £10, and with that you get a free buffet and one drink, or you can, if you want more drinks, then you pay more. But whichever way you look at it, it's really good value, well worth a visit. Tony McQuaid, yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, Tony. I don't know if you know, but I actually left Angeles City and went to Subic Bay for a week and went back to Angeles City, and I actually filmed another Angeles City pool. But it was so good. I went back there a second time, and I filmed another video, which I think was better than the first two, of the pool party in Angeles City, and I put it together and I worked hard editing it, and I was so proud. I thought this is good. This is good. It was Cheeky Girl was in it. Cheeky Girl, and I thought I'm really pleased with this. I uploaded it to YouTube. It was there for about half an hour, and it got some good reviews. Some of the guys said they really liked that video, and then I got a message for YouTube. I got a message for YouTube. Slap wrist, you naughty boy! They took that video down. Gave me a warning. They told me, you upload content like that. Oh, geez. Apparently, what it was is that the wet bikini girls were a bit too wet, and Cheeky Girl, very cheeky girl, she was being a bit too cheeky on stage. So YouTube picked up and they took that. I was absolutely gutted at that. I was just so gutted, so gutted. But because you work hard for these videos, then when whatever. That's life. Bit down the road. The cold cards with the parents. Pattaya demonetized. No. They just took that video down. You got to be careful with YouTube. And I put out a video last week. A Bangkok lady, and I thought the thumbnail was okay. But anyone who's seen that video may know that there's another image in that video which would have been a much better thumbnail. But you can't push your luck with YouTube in this day and age. If you start using suggestive thumbnails and all that, they'll pick up on that, and I'll keep my nose clean. YouTube's been okay with me up to now. They've been all right. I've no problem with them. So I like to keep it that way. Have you seen her? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Uh, let's see. Party, yeah. That's about that one, please. Uh, Which country's the best girls in? So they're all. It depends what you want, man. Depends what you want. Depends what you want. Do you want a long-term partner? I was in places like that, Vietnam, Cambodia. They've all got such lovely girls. If you want to have fun, pure fun, then probably Thailand is probably the best one. Although I've had fun in those other countries as well. Lenny Harry, cheers for that. Cheers, appreciate that, mate. Uh, Absolutely. Let's see. Some YouTubers are right go. Some users are using alternative platforms because of the constant problems. It gets, it's becoming a bit prudish, really. I mean, what's the matter with the wet t-shirt contest? What's the problem with that? But it's the way of the world anyway these days. Okay, Jack, mate, I'm off to Ansley's now. About to order the grab. Cheers, Eddie. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Okay, now I've just clocked up an hour, and it's very, very late at night here. It's very late at night in the UK. It's probably not a bad time in America, but I think about an hour or so is probably about enough for this one. Just to say, I've been working on a couple of videos this week, so there will be, there'll be a couple of videos coming out this week, which on an important subject. People often want to know if they're going to go to Pattaya for a couple of weeks. People, newbies, I suppose, who are not used to this place, who want to go to Pattaya for a couple of weeks, then how much is it likely to cost? And well, everyone's different. So I'm going to do a couple of vlogs this week about that. Hopefully you'll find them to be interesting. So, there will be a couple of videos this week. Let's see. What's that one called? Some people upload the dive, absolutely no restriction. I'll check that. I've heard of BitChute. That one, but I've heard mixed reviews of it. Oh, is this what it is? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's the. Oh, okay. JKH. Yeah, absolutely. Keep it baby. Okay. Well, I've been online for about an hour now. Yeah. Sean, there's a question there. Sean Lynch, would you prefer Cambodia over Thailand now, Eddie? I'm not so sure about now. Maybe a few years ago, it was a great place. But, Cambodia is a country which at this moment in time doesn't really have a main beach resort anymore. It doesn't look that way to me. Although some of those islands are quite beautiful. So, I don't know, generally Thailand's got so much more to offer right now. It really has. Yes. Okay. Anything else to talk about? Oh, Jesus. That didn't go down too well. Oh, that's actually quite a tasty wine, there. Where's it come from again? Montepulciano di Abruzzo. Latchiev, yes? And it's the real deal as well. It doesn't say anywhere whether it's co-op zone anyway. It's okay. Nice cheap bottle of Blanc there anyway. Okay, Hong Kong safe. Okay, who's this? Randy. Oh, cheers, Randy. Yeah, thanks for that donation. Thanks for that. Can you go to Kazakhstan? Half Asian. I'm not so sure about that country. Don't really know about that one. The nearest that I know to that is Turkey. I know Turkey really well because I had a property there for about 11 years, and that's an absolutely beautiful country. But that part of the world, I'm not so sure about really. I think they're all inland. They don't have any beaches there, do they? Sean Lynch, the Chinook Phil changed there. They all gone. It's still there, but it's not the Chinook Phil that you may have known from years ago. It's a massive building. So I've seen a video on it the other night. I last seen it almost 2 years ago. Now I've just watched another YouTube video the last couple of days, and it looks horrendous. It looks like one massive building site, and you wouldn't want to go there right now. Let's see now. Okay, come back to me, chat. Okay, I'm up to 104, 1 hour, 5 minutes. So it's time to finish soon. I'm sure a lot of British people are going to be up early for work. Uh, okay. B, yeah, and thanks for that comment, mate. I know it was in the 90s, it was great fun. Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was great fun, in more recent times than that. Some very, very fond memories which you live a really, really good place. Yeah, JKH, yeah, that's the way it seems to people. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Do British people work? Um, well, I do. Not as much as I used to. Not as much as I used to. Okay, okay, Steve the Butcher. Sorry later. I'd love the bits. Okay, good for you to turn up, Steve. Okay, what have we got now? Okay, well, tell you what, I'm going to wrap this up now because I'm running out of ideas. All I'll say is that I've got a couple more videos to come before Christmas time. Um, a couple more vids. Maybe the odd live stream, maybe pop up late at night. This is, I know this might not be convenient for everyone, but I like this time of night doing a live stream. I feel comfortable. It's nice and relaxing. Think of me as your late night radio host, your after midnight radio show. I kind of like the idea of that. Okay, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Let me just see one more little bit of chat first of all. The eyes, I just woke up in Thailand. I'm hungover. Good for you, man. Well, jeez, well, you're up early anyway. Then you're up early. Okay, have a great time, Owen. Good to hear from you, mate. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna disappear now. I'm gonna disappear now. Okay, I'm gonna say good night. Thank you. Bless you all. Cheers. And I'll be around before Christmas. Anyone who I don't see before Christmas, have a really, really great time. A very, very Merry Christmas to you all. And I'll see you soon. Cheers. Oh.